hate to repeat myself, but not that much, because I want to emphasize how important it is that people stop feigning outrage when a Democrat insults Republicans. We're so past basket of deplorables when you say, oh my God, I can't believe she talks about Republicans this way. There are a litany of names that top Republicans, including our commander-in-chief, have called Democrats treasonous, un-American, scum, warped, radical, just a few of them. Listen, Donald Trump hates the press. It's his number one witch hunt or whatever. And Secretary Hegseth knows how to please his boss.
No,
and that was a performance.
The biased press.
No,
the biased press. They don't hate the
press. But they decide
the
who's biased on a daily basis. He does it all the time. He goes, oh, you're not so bad today. And then tomorrow he says, oh, wait, I hate you again.
Everybody knows that the Republican Party is the home of free speech. Until the wrong people start free speech, and that is, until the people that they don't like and don't prefer start speaking their minds.
I want to thank Republican congressmen and women, because what they did is incredible last night. And the Senate, the Republican Senate, we got, not with all of the things we did with the tax cuts and rebuilding our military, not one Democrat voted for us. And I think we use it in the campaign that's coming up, the midterms, because we got to beat them. But all of the things that we've given, and they wouldn't vote only because they hate Trump. But I hate them too, you know that? So it's sort of, I really do, I hate them. I cannot stand them because I really believe they hate our country. You want to know the truth?
I mean, clearly, the folks that Donald Trump hates are seniors, are our veterans, are low-income people, are immigrants, are students, are anyone who stands up for decency. And I think at this moment, people need to be very aware of what's actually in the bill. I mean, the bill is going to impact probably 16 to 17 million Americans and their health care. It's going to impact millions of people that are on food assistance, especially kids, and school districts will have to make cuts to these reduced lunch programs. And it's going to impact across this country, immigrants, even U.S. citizens, others who may appear a certain way to agencies like ICE, who are now deporting people off American streets. This bill doubles the budget for ICE, which we know right now is doing illegal deportations and essentially putting people in camps and these detention facilities and camps that are oftentimes legal citizens and absolutely have no criminal record. And I want to say one more thing. This is all being done to give essentially huge tax breaks to billionaires in this country. And I think it's on this day, on 4th of July, I think it's a very sad day for our country.
On a scheduling note, tomorrow, President Trump will travel to the great state of Florida to attend the opening of a new illegal alien detention center located at Dade Collier Training and Transition Airport alongside Secretary Kristi Noem, Governor Ron DeSantis, Congressman Byron Donalds, and other state and local leaders. We hope to see many of you there. The facility is in the heart of the Everglades and will be informally known as Alligator Alcatraz. There is only one road leading in, and the only way out is a one-way flight. It is isolated and surrounded by dangerous wildlife and unforgiving terrain. The facility will have up to 5,000 beds to house, process, and deport criminal illegal aliens. This is an efficient and low-cost way to help carry out the largest mass deportation campaign in American history.
How do you want Republican voters in the city to vote in the upcoming mayoral election? Should they vote for Eric Adams? Should they vote for Sliwa? Should they pick someone else?
Look, number one, you have a communist running, and you shouldn't vote for him. He's a disaster. He's leading. He's got the Democrat nomination because that shows you where the Democrats have gone. He actually wants to take over the grocery stores of John Catsimatidis, who's a great guy, a rich guy, grocer, does a good job, wants to take over. He actually called me the other day. He's concerned his stores are going to be taken from him, and they won't be run like John runs them. Believe me, he runs a good operation. But he actually said he wants to run his own grocery stores. No, this is a man who's not very capable, in my opinion, other than he's got a good line of bull.
Yesterday, Donald Trump said that I should be arrested. He said that I should be deported. He said that I should be denaturalized. And he said those things about me, someone who stands to be the first immigrant mayor of this city in generations, someone who would also be the first Muslim and the first South Asian mayor in this city's history. Less so because of who I am, because of where I come from, because of how I look or how I speak, and more so because he wants to distract from what I fight for. I fight for working people. I fight for the very people that have been priced out of this city, and I fight for the same people that he said he was fighting for. This is the same president who ran on a campaign of cheaper groceries, who ran on a campaign about easing a suffocating cost of living crisis. And ultimately, it is easier for him to fan the flames of division than to acknowledge the ways in which he has betrayed those working class Americans, not just in this city, but across this country, and the ways in which he continues to betray them. Because we know that he would rather speak about me than speak about the legislation that he is shepherding through Washington, D.C. Legislation that will quite literally take health care away from Americans. Legislation that will steal food from the hungry. Legislation that looks to build upon one of the largest transfers of wealth we've seen in recent history in his first administration and do it once again for the very Americans who already have enough. We should be fighting for those that do not have what they need to live a dignified life. That is what I will do, and I am thankful to have the protection and to have the support of so many New Yorkers who have stood up and said how unacceptable this is, including our governor, including members of the labor movement. And ultimately, what I fear for is that if this is what Donald Trump and his administration feel comfortable about saying about the Democratic nominee for the mayor of New York City, imagine what they feel comfortable saying and doing about immigrants whose names they don't even know.
Now, this recent thing with the DOJ coming out to say, oh, there's no Epstein client list, nothing to see here, just move on. Oh, and also he definitely killed himself, so there's nothing to see here. I mean, we all know that that's BS, but this really hits home with Trump supporters because MAGA, and this QAnon stuff and all about these child predators and things along those lines, they keep focusing on the fact that Bill Clinton was in that list. But whenever Donald Trump comes up, they don't want to speak. So, there's that whole thing where now they're running around pretending like there's nothing to see. But also, of course, with the big, beautiful bill, you got almost $1 trillion in Medicaid cuts. You got almost $300 billion in cuts to SNAP. $157 billion increase to the military budget for the so-called anti-war president, the one who's supposed to bring us peace, who's now starting a war with Iran and doing whatever it is that Netanyahu wants, who just nominated him for the Nobel Peace Prize, which is a joke. $150 billion increase to immigration enforcement, $488 billion in cuts to clean energy credits. We got 17 million people who are getting ready to lose their health care coverage over the next 10 years. We got 40 million people who are at risk of losing their SNAP benefits or not having as much access to those benefits as they otherwise would have. This is the man who the right wing just could not resist. Even though we already know how bad his first term was, apparently we got to go through this again, but much worse this time in order for us to learn our lesson.